يذكر أن أكثر من نصف ميزانية العمل والتي وصلت إلى $250 مليون تم تخصيصها لأغراض دعائية.
Ben, you obviously gave Batman a reboot. What was it like coming in after the wonderful, Christopher Nolan trilogy and some other great actors played Batman, and to play Batman in today's world where things are much more serious and complicated, I would say?
Well, you're right. There were big shoes to fill. Great actors and directors have worked on this story and in this arena before, and yeah, as you point out, over the years, the world has only gotten more complicated and more scary, and so the storytelling adjusts to that a little bit and becomes about our contemporary world, and that world is more frightful and more serious.
That's him right there. There he is. Let's get a shot.
Who's that?
You must be new. That is Bruce Wayne.
Mr. Wayne. Clark Kent, Daily Planet.
What's your position on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?
The decision to bring Batman into this movie.
We talked about it for quite a while after Man of Steel, like what would we do next, how we go forward, And I think the idea of bringing Batman into the movie really kind of came from, we knew we had basically the whole DC pantheon of characters to choose from. And Batman to me is really the most, he's Batman. So.
It's either Superman or Batman, isn't it? Really?
Literally. So if you're going to do that, it's
exactly,
Batman, right?
Exactly.
So that was the decision, and it seems like, and then it was really interestingly easy or remarkably easy to bring them into conflict with each other.
Tell me, do you bleed?
We see a Lois Lane that's very strong but very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how you like playing her that way.
I really like that she's able to be strong and vulnerable, because that's kind of how most of the women that I know have this amazing strength, but then an amazing femininity and vulnerability and nurturing quality. And so it's nice to get to play sort of this, fully dimensional, realized woman.
And now you will fly to him, and you will battle him to the death. Black and blue. Fight night. The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world.
You did a fantastic job, I have to say, playing Lex Luthor.
Thank you.
And we have to admit, he must be one of the most interesting villains to play as far as, comic strips.
Yes,
Tell me.
absolutely. Yeah, I know, I agree with you. I think he is one of the most interesting characters because, he's a guy who is not only kind of a secretive, hiding villain, but actually he's the public face of Metropolis. So he's a guy that's not just all villain. He's actually half kind of charming, philanthropic, benevolent leader of this town. And then, of course, in private, he spends his time obsessing about killing Superman.
The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for. That kind of power is very dangerous.
The previous movies in days gone by were, more aimed towards kids. They were more just light and fluffy and fun. And now that it's become a genre which people can take seriously and make serious movies out of, the psychology is explored. And it's nice to delve into that psychology and just see the difference between the two.
This means something.